Why might a draft law be replaced instead of revised? When discussing the legislative process, it is important to understand the dynamics that can lead to a draft law being replaced rather than simply revised. This decision can stem from various factors that highlight the complexity of lawmaking. One significant reason for replacing a draft law is the emergence of new information or changing circumstances that render the original proposal outdated. For instance, if a draft law is based on data that later proves to be inaccurate, or if societal needs evolve, lawmakers may find it more effective to start anew. This approach allows for a comprehensive reevaluation of the issues at hand, ensuring that the new draft reflects current realities and addresses the needs of the public more effectively. Another factor is the potential for significant opposition or controversy surrounding a draft law. If a proposal faces substantial pushback from stakeholders, interest groups, or the general public, lawmakers might choose to replace it entirely. This can be a strategic move to avoid prolonged debates and to create a fresh start that might garner broader support. By introducing a new draft, legislators can incorporate feedback and concerns raised during the initial discussions, leading to a more acceptable and palatable version of the law. Additionally, the legislative environment can influence the decision to replace a draft law. In some cases, political shifts, such as changes in leadership or party control, can lead to a reevaluation of existing proposals. New leaders may have different priorities or ideologies, prompting them to discard previous drafts in favor of new initiatives that align with their vision. This can be particularly true in situations where the original draft law was championed by a predecessor whose agenda no longer holds sway. Furthermore, the complexity of the original draft can also play a role. If a draft law is overly complicated or contains numerous interrelated provisions, lawmakers might find it more efficient to create a new, streamlined proposal. Simplifying the legislative process can enhance clarity and improve the chances of successful passage, as a more straightforward law is often easier for legislators and the public to understand. In summary, the decision to replace a draft law instead of revising it can be influenced by new information, public opposition, political changes, and the complexity of the legislation itself. Each of these factors contributes to the dynamic nature of lawmaking, emphasizing the importance of adaptability in the legislative process.